for our A main event. They go 4 wide for you as a sign of appreciation for your attendance here tonight. Thanks for turning out. What about it round there in turns 3 and 4? Make some noise, folks. Our A feature event.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Turn 2, one more time. Make some noise for our A feature field as they roll on by. Getting set to go. That's the way back straight away. Once again, on behalf of the SRA Victoria Borderline Speedway Club, thank you very much for turning out tonight. Make sure you get along and support Borderline Speedway throughout the course of the season. Of course, December 28, World Series Sprint Cars, round number 3, right here. Coming your way. January 23, Thursday night, the King's Challenge. A massive field of sprint cars will be on show for one of the blue ribbon events in the country. Stephen Lyons and Luke Dillon, itchy trigger fingers, it's fair to say, set to go tonight. For our 30-lap feature, it's going to be a drag race into turn 1. Milburn and Keller on that second row with the best seat in the house. Darren Molyneux, Jeremy Cross. Cross looking to make it 2 from 2 in the Eureka Garages and Shed Series. As our field looks set, pace, vehicle pulls from the circuit. We are about to turn them loose. 30 laps.
Who's your pick? Come on.
I'll go Luke Dillon.
You're a brave man, David Mills.
As we get set to roll. Looking for a good, clean launch. Side by side off the stripe. Lyons gets the run. Dillon switches to the low side. Plenty happening further back. We've got Davis around. Keeps the 95 under power. Milburn way upstairs. Contact. Hennessy's around. Contact with Ryan Jones. Jones, Brewster tails and comes to a halt. Certainly some contact there between Ryan Jones and Jamie Hennessy, with Hennessy around in turn 3.
Drive at the top of the racetrack. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Exactly. It's been interesting because that bottom group doesn't seem to have been that great for as a launch position, but Lyons will try and do it one more time as the lights go out. Green cloths aloft. We're set to go for 30. Side by side they go again. Look at Luke Dillon slide his way into the race lead. Stephen Lyons comes back at him one more time. Dillon again back on the inside of Lyons. Lyons around the high groove. 1 lap in. Stephen Lyons, your race leader. Luke Dillon's in second. Bradley Keller for third. Fourth is Brett Milburn. Jeremy Cross rounds out your top 5. Darren Molyneux, John Vogels, Matt Eagle, Liam Williams, Daniel Pesca. Right up against the boards out of turn 2. Stephen Lyons that time by. He and Dillon settle into a rhythm at the front of the field. Keller trying to come with him. 3 South Aussies holding sway at the front of the field. Albeit Lyons in a WA domiciled machine. Stephen Lyons, oh so quickly, will have lap traffic in his sights when he gets 25 to go, this time by the flag stand. Stephen Lyons with about a 12-13 car length break over Luke Dillon in second. Racecraft will be a necessity for Dillon to make his way back into this one. Bradley Keller still in the 3rd spot. There's 3 wide up ahead. Lyons tries to split the middle, if you don't mind, on Van Bremen and Adam Seeley. Stephen Lyons, if you don't mind, saw an opening and went. Now puts Davis a lap down as well. Dillon, meanwhile, has Van Bremen and Seeley to contend with. Keller with that whiff of smoke off the 19 one more time. Stephen Lyons, your race leader, by the flag stand with 22 to run. He's got 3 lap cars between he and the second place Luke Dillon. Brad Keller just checks up now. Comes in at Dillon, runs him hard, takes the second spot down the back straight. Bradley Keller up in a second. Dillon will try and get back, does so now. Dylan, elbows up, trying to get round MVB. Meanwhile, straight away length lead to Stephen Lyons out in front. At Hall's Haulage number 3. Dylan, Keller, Brett Milburn, Jeremy Cross, Darren Molyneux, John Vogels, Matt Eagle, Jack Lee, Daniel Pesca, Liam Williams, Rod Matthews. Interestingly, Matthews under siege as we've got cars around everywhere on the front straightaway. Van Bremen, Sealy, Davis, all in there. Williams, Rod Matthews, Domain Ramsey, Mike Van Bremen, and Ryan Davis. Lights are out. Lyons launches early. Good car speed for Lyonsy. Molly has a look to the inside of Cross in the battle for 3rd and 4th. Can't make it stick as Cross fights back. Eagle now to the low side on Vogels. He can put the slider on. Does Johnny V come back with 1 in 1 and 2? No, he can't. MVB certainly with his hands full in the 6. Mechanical defect flag for Van Bremen perhaps to get his points. And then possibly head to the infield. Stephen Lyons, Luke Dillon, Jeremy Cross, Darren Molyneux, Matt Eagle, John Vogels, Jack Lee, Daniel Pesca, Liam Williams, Rod Matthews, Domain Ramsey, Ryan Davis as Lyons sweeps on by. Again, just maintaining that, circulating on the high groove, doing it oh so smoothly. Dillon, still try and run him down, don't discount Luke Dillon, Jeremy Cross as well. Darren Molyneux, Matt Eagle rounding out your top 5. Stephen Lyons now. We'll get 14 to go this time by, looming large behind Domain Ramsey as they come down the front straightaway one more time. Certainly been the class of the show tonight. Stephen Lyons, dominant performance thus far. 13 to run for Lyonsy. We looked at Dillon. He's got Ramsey between he and your race leader. The Hogsbeth Cafe, number 81, the tyre right, 39 of Jeremy Cross, still in the 3rd spot. Ramsey and Matthews now both between Luke Dillon and your race leader Stephen Lyons. Jeremy Cross closing the gap on Luke Dillon. The battle for 2nd and 3rd. Dillon splits Matthews and Ramsey. Now he's got clear air between he and Stephen Lyons as Lyons goes by Williams. Cross still in the 3rd spot. Molyneux the 4th. The Rapid Earthworks car of Matt Eagle and John Vogels. Lyonsy, one more time, out of 3 and 4. Get 9 to go this time by. Dillon still upstairs trying to run his way down. Cross with some clear air now between he and 2nd place Luke Dillon. Molyneux tries to get by Ramsey, can't make it happen. Can't stop Stephen Lyons here tonight at Borderline Raceway, doing an outstanding job. That Hall's Haulage number 3 is on rails. Dillon slides Williams as a lap up. Luke Dillon still with 6.5 circulations to run. Stephen Lyons now by the flag stand one more time. Cross still in the 3rd spot. Molyneux for 4th, Eagle in 5th. John Vogels in 6th. Jack Lee up to 7th. Daniel Pesca in 8th. He now will very shortly have Stephen Lyons for company if you don't mind. Lyonsy to the inside of Pesca. Oh, stalking him if you don't mind. 4 to run for your race leader. Dillon by the flag stand as well. Jeremy Cross in the 3rd spot. Darren Molyneux still there in 4th. Oh, Pesca just a little twitchy out of 4 right in front of your race leader. Stephen Lyons doing as he pleases in the Hall's Haulage number 3. He's got some traffic ahead of him though. Is there time for a chapter to play out in this one? Dillon needs to hustle. There'd be 4 lap cars right in front of Stephen Lyons now. He's going to have to be decisive. Oh, Jack Lee just slows. Watching Lyons. on his final circulation. Very nearly contact between Vogels and Pesca right in front of Stephen Lyons, but he manages to stay out of trouble. Out of turn 4 for the final time. Stephen Lyons takes the win. Luke Dillon will get second just from Jeremy Cross. Further back to Darren Molyneux. Looking for Matt Eagle, Jack Lee. Johnny Vogels as well. Rod Matthews, Daniel Pesca further back in the mix, but boy, oh boy, a dominant performance from your A feature winner tonight. Put your hands together for the driver of the West Australia 3, Stephen Lyons. Brad, I might just throw upstairs to you to recap our finishing order. We'll let Lyonsy cross the scales and we'll grab a quick word. And just a reminder that our presentations will take place in the pits at the conclusion of the meeting tonight.
Thanks, mate. Home in first, the WA3 of Stephen Lyons. Home in second, the SA81 of Luke Dillon. Home in third, the New South Wales 39 of Jeremy Cross. Home in fourth, the V77 of Darren Molyneux. Position 5 went to the SA29 of Matt Eagle, and rounding out the 6th, the V25 of Jack Lee. Johnny Vogels finished 7th. Daniel Pesca finished 8th. Liam Williams, position 9, and rounding out the 10, Rod Matthews in the V9.